We're back with our politics lead. Mixed reactions from lawmakers today over President Trump's desire for a military parade. Initial plans are underway, but some are worried what message President Trump is intending to send here. Former Defense Secretary Leon Panetta saying, quote, any other president, you would assume that it would be to honor our men and women in uniform and would be done in good taste. With this president, it's just worrisome as to what exactly he has in mind, unquote. CNN's Barbara Starr has the story.
President Trump saw this military parade in Paris and decided he wanted one of his own.
It was one of the greatest parades I've ever seen. It was 2 hours on the button, and it was military might, and I think a tremendous thing for France and for the spirit of France. To a large extent, because of what I witnessed, we may do something like that on July 4th. In Washington, down Pennsylvania.
The Pentagon and the White House have been talking about a parade for the last couple of months.
As far as the parade goes, again, the president's respect, his fondness for the military, I think is reflected in him asking for these options.
Ideas will be forwarded to Mr. Trump for a decision. An initial plan, a November Veterans Day parade commemorating 100 years since the end of World War I. At least one veterans group is already worried.
So far, it's going over in the military and veterans community like a lead balloon. We did a quick snapshot on our Twitter account, and it's by no means scientific, but last I checked, 88% of people did not support this idea.
American parades of military might are rare. The last one, 1991, as the Gulf War was ending. That cost a reported $12 million. The military tab for President Obama's inaugurations were approximately $20 to $25 million. France's parade commemorated its National Day. But in recent years, military parades in not-so-friendly countries like China have showcased their military might on the world stage. Russia has a decades-long love affair showing its latest weapons in Moscow. Pyongyang's parades, a direct symbol of Kim Jong-un's rhetoric about striking America.
I'm not looking for a Soviet-style hardware display.
What type of parade Mr. Trump orders up has quickly become controversial on both sides of the aisle.
We need to honor our men and women in uniform, but I think we ought to do so in a way that does not necessarily appear bellicose or threatening.
And fundamental questions if this parade is simply for and about Donald Trump.
It's really about feeding his ego and his love of pomp and circumstance and being honored. The other thing that bothers me about it is that it's just antithetical to American military culture. Look, we're not against parades, troops marching parades. It's about going down Pennsylvania Avenue, allegedly, with tanks and missiles.
Now, a group of Democratic lawmakers have moved very quickly, telling Defense Secretary Mattis they want to see how much is this going to cost, and they want the Pentagon to tell them how many troops, how many man-hours it's going to take to pull this all off. Jake?